So good morning guys, welcome back to another Projectwin. We're here at Bury this morning, coffee in hand, no golf clothes, not playing today, just come to see Simon, sort out a couple of things and ask him a few questions about what we're going to talk about in the video today. Let's go. Okay, so let's see what the boy thinks. Hi, good morning sir.
Good morning, how are you?
Alright, you?
Yeah.
Firstly, hi.
A little left-handed shake, that's always awkward.
It is. So today we're doing a video on my first tee nerves. So we've spoke about this before. So what I can do to get over that a little bit, your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
And also, what are your ideas on match play?
Okay, cool. So nerves, I reckon when you listen to the tour pros, when you listen to them speak, they all still have first tee nerves.
Yeah.
I think we've seen that when we've been to like Ryder Cups and stuff.
Yeah.
We've seen their nerves.
Well, yeah, if they don't get nervous there, then they're just not human.
Exactly. And I think that's half of it, isn't it? You've got to embrace that nervousness and actually look at it as a positive rather than negative.
Yeah.
And that's so easy to say and so difficult to do because I certainly never did that. I always struggled first tee nerves and still do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it goes down to kind of, as you always talk about, kind of processes. So sort of the reason that you do the pre-shot routine every single time you hit a shot so that you can go into that routine, can't you? And then hopefully that then becomes a way to keep things relaxed. And like you say, I think you've always been one that takes on the challenge. So, you know, you spoke before about trying to hit driver more often. And I think if you have that bigger face club, that's always a good idea on the first.
It's always a lot better idea. So we play a little bit at Thetford together, and that is like 180 yard par 3 to start with.
Tough. Normally
straight into the wind.
Yes.
Somebody has got a hole in one on it though.
Yes.
Not even been anywhere near.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't into wind that day. I hit 8 times. It was screaming downwind, so a bit easier.
So what I've been trying to do on course recently is trying to feel like and saying to myself, this is where I want to be. This is what I've done the practice for. This is why I've entered. I want to be here. I want to be competing. And I've also gone with the whole thing of it doesn't matter to me. I don't mind. I don't care what happens. That doesn't really work for me. That's a very easy thing to say. And when it goes wrong, it's not very easy to actually think, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that one's quite right. So books-wise, I'm going on holiday.
Yeah.
So what could I be reading? What are good books? I know you're a bit of a reader of
like me books.
Of a book.
Well, all the Bob Rotella books.
Yeah.
All good. All very good. Carl Morris as well.
Yeah.
Very, very good. You put me on the spot here now. They're definitely golf psychologists, so there's all golf-related stuff. But
I've got one called Zen Golf, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's supposed to be quite good. Yeah, that's supposed to be quite good as well. I think you can also get sort of like, there's quite a lot in the kind of business world of like motivation and being able to like present speeches and all that sort of stuff. And I think sort of conveying yourself in like a sales culture, that's always good. It's interesting, isn't it? When we work in the shop and we want to sell something, if we understand the product and we understand we've done the research, we've done the practice, you sell with confidence, don't you?
Definitely.
And I think that rings true when you play as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you've done the prep and if you've done the hard work, then the actual performance becomes easier.
Yeah.
I know you've got match play coming up soon. Where are you playing that?
So yes, I've got round 1 of the Suffolk match play. So we've got that at Rushmere.
Yeah, okay.
So that's in Ipswich for you guys that don't live around here. So that's in Ipswich, fairly central to Ipswich. It's sort of a gorse-lined course, sort of more of a heathland course.
Yeah, definitely.
Normally really good condition. I haven't played it in a little while, but I do know my way around. So it is somewhere. I've played there a few times. Suffolk Pros Championship was there a couple of years ago. So I've played there a number of times. So I know my way around okay, so that's fine.
Interesting first tee shot.
So. Yes, yeah. It's not as tight as it used to be because there was really tight gorse down the left-hand side, and somebody decided to have a barbecue, and now there's not quite so much. Quite so much of it.
We played there in the Tolly this year, which is our kind of handicap team competition. We went to watch, and for those boys off sort of like mid handicaps, like 12 to 15 handicaps, it's a tough hole.
Yeah,
because they didn't necessarily have the length to carry. It's big dog leg to the right, isn't it? They have the length to carry the corner. But then if they pulled it, being all right-handed golfers, they were all running down into where that course used to be, which is still kind of rubbish area.
Yeah.
So, but it's match play.
It is match play.
So it makes a bit of a difference to how you strategically plan it, isn't it?
It will, yes. Right, so let's come back to that in a minute.
Okay.
We're just going to have a little look around the shop first.
Okay,
just come to the French pro shop.
Yeah.
Because France is going to get really, really warm this weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
should get you through the weekend.
That should get.
Yeah, let's start with Under Armour.
Right, a couple of bits I quite like.
Oh, I like that.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon that
would look nice with PJ Life on it in pink.
wouldn't it? Yeah, just in there, perfect. So
yes, please.
That's quite a nice colour they've got going through their stuff this year, and also everything seems to have gone a little bit teal. Would you call that teal?
I'd go with mint.
Mint, aqua, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, that's nice as well.
It's all right, isn't it? Anyone from Under Armour that's watching wants to send us anything, Phil, please do.
Nothing like a bit of advertising.
Galvin, great. You had your eye on this as soon as you walked in this morning.
As soon as I walked in this morning, I was just like that. Big fan of that, and I like the other one as well.
This one?
Yeah, like the dotty one. Yeah.
That's nice.
Fan of that. Nice
Good old
detailing down that side.
Good old Galvin Green ventilate stuff. It's good. Ping stuff. It's going well.
We can highly recommend this brand. Thank you for sending us some stuff.
Thanks, Ping. Hardware.
Clubs. We've pretty much reviewed everything on that wall.
Yeah, we've got TS1 and TS4 coming out soon. We saw those.
I obviously have swapped to this brand here.
You have.
And
they have. There's a big issue, isn't there, with that brand?
I'd quite like to protect my head. But not half of my face.
Can you see him under that?
Look, I can tuck my.
Look, it's like the 7-year-old.
What is going on, Ping?
That's tightless.
I've even tried Ping.
Yeah.
I've tried FootJoy. Everything. Like,
have
I just got like
a small head?
Peanut head.
Peanut head.
What? Like, I can't wear my sunglasses because, like, if I wore my sunglasses, the hat would be up here.
Oh dear, no, that's not a look, is it?
Then I'd have to tie it up like this. What is going on? Tightless, come on.
Sort it out.
Either that or they do a small cap and he hasn't ordered any.
No, they do a small one. Well, also, US Kids have got some good hats. We can get your US Kids hat.
No, there was no need for that.
Well, you said it.
Right, okay, come on in, match play. Sorry. Are you a sneaky one in match play? Do you go, oh, you know, you can have that. You can have that little 2-3 footer on the first and then try and make them putt one later on?
Well, so this is... The point of this all is that it's very subjective, isn't it? Obviously, being above average putting, I always back myself. If you've both got a putt, I'll often back myself to hole it. If they're just slightly outside mine, I'll give it to them, confident that I should make it. I think everything is so situational, isn't it, in match play? If I'm not normally too harsh on people with putting, unless they miss one. And then once they've missed one, then just make them hole everything. Because the bottom line is, you've got to put the ball in the hole. In every other format of golf, you've got to put it in the hole, haven't you?
Yeah, I always go with, like, if I would feel slightly that there is a chance that I could, maybe there is something in that putt, or it would not be an automatic, I'll just knock that in, then I tend to make them putt it. And that's not me being harsh, that's just thinking... I'm not really there to... This sounds really horrible. I'm not there to do anything else but win.
Exactly.
So at that point, it's like, if it was you, it was different.
Yeah.
Because at this point, like, paid money to enter.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Of course it is. And the thing with it is, every other format of the game, you have to hold every single putt.
Yeah, so you should be prepared to hold everything.
And if you're playing a lot of other sports, you use tactics to gain an advantage. You know, it's certainly head-to-head sports, contact sports, things like that. And golf should be no different. If I don't give you a putt and you feel aggrieved about that, not my problem.
No.
It's your problem to deal with.
Yeah, and you should be able to say to yourself, like, okay, I've got that putt. Yeah, I'm just going to... I don't like the people that... And you can always tell when somebody doesn't really want to hold it, because they'll sort of... You get the old... Oh, I've lost my marker and all of that, and you just think, right, well,
it's working to my advantage.
At that point, I'll just stand there and think, well, you take your time, you mark it, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so playing the course or playing the person?
Both.
Got to be, isn't it?
Has to be a mixture of both. I don't see how one how one person can say they solely play against the golf course.
No.
Because if you're 4 up and he puts it in the middle of a load of gorse, yeah, I'm just going to hit 7 iron off the tee.
Exactly. I'm going to make a bogey and you crack on. You make a bogey to half of it. Especially, obviously, in the pros match play, there's no shots.
Yeah.
So it is very much straightforward head-to-head. There's no give or take with shots.
And say early in a game, say like, I don't know, if you were playing here, for example, down the first. Now, if you hit driver and hit it in the field, I would still hit driver.
Yes.
Because it's par 5 and but I would maybe take a different line and hit a different shape. Yeah. And then that's where certain things come in. Rather than everybody goes, oh, he's hit it in the trees, I'm going to hit 7 iron, or I'm going to hit an iron off the tee. And you think, well, what about if he finds it? What about if it's taking a ricochet and now he's got a clear swing, clear line, he hits it through that tree, or there's a big opening through that onto the green, and you're miles back. So you can't change that much, I don't think.
And it's skill level as well, and also your ability at different parts of the game. So if you're not a very good driver of the golf ball, and your opponent goes out of bounds, then you maybe think about defaulting to another club.
Or if it's at your home club, so if you're playing this at your home club, have a game plan of what you want to hit off the tee, and become unflappable off that game plan. I used to do that for club championships. I used to know what I was going to hit off every tee box, regardless of the situation.
Just do it.
Unless down the last 4 holes, I had a contingency plan of if I had a big lead,
be more aggressive,
or needed to be aggressive. So, like, you have to have that plan in your head that what happens if. But if I don't know the answer to that, then this is the game plan. This is it.
And I think for match play, like you say, it is a bit more subjective because scoring is going to be different, and also you don't have to put the ball in the hole. So you can, if someone goes out of bounds, you could actually hammer home the advantage by hitting driver, shot club onto the green. You might not even have to putt. You know, the hole might be over by that point, and then you can move on. Equally, if they go out of bounds and you lay up, they have a chance of getting back into the hole. So if you play for the bogey, you've got to make that bogey if they go out of bounds, because they may well then reload, hit driver, knock it on the green, 2-putt for the double, and you've hit 7 on off the tee. Suddenly you're 300 yards away, and you're still playing another par 4. It's so situational, isn't it?
So sometimes I would say, like, to stay more aggressive makes you make better swings personally. Like, you're making more of a positive plan, you're making more of a positive decision. Often when you think, well, if I make bogey here, that's fine, and then you make some half-hearted swing that sort of goes nowhere near, you can like hit it in the semi-rough and get a rubbish lie, have to chunk it forward. Now all of a sudden you bring in double, you make double and you halve the hole. They feel fantastic on the next tee, and you feel like, oh, I've just given that hole away, or it's just that should have been a hole that I would have collected. And early in match play, I always see winning holes as me. I can be aggressive somewhere else and not have to worry about it quite so much. So if I went 3-4 up, I'd be thinking, right, I can stay aggressive, because if that aggression pays off, I now go 5-6. Now it's really difficult for them. Whereas if I stay aggressive and go back to 3, I can still keep going. So that's the thing I like about match play, is you can be aggressive and still actually think, well, it's only one hole. Whereas if you're aggressive in another form of golf, it's either a blob or you've shot yourself out of a medal. That's where the tactics can change slightly.
And again, that's where you have to have different plans for different situations.
So we shall see how it goes. This is the thing. I shan't be taking a cap because none of them fit. So yeah, bobble hat is.
I hope it's not too sunny.
So guys, thanks for watching. That's our views on sort of match play, bit of first tee nerves, good bit of reading. If you've read any books that you think could help me, then please comment below. I'll have a look at those, get those on the iPad ready for the holiday. As always, thanks for coming down to PJ Life 365. Check out all the other videos in the back catalogue. Hit that button. Hit subscribe. We are so close to 1,000. That is our goal for 2019. Hit the bell icon, and we'll see you down here on the channel again very soon. Thanks a lot.